All right, first bin is full. Now on to bin number 2. All right, so we got the chain back on here. This chain right here is back on the sprocket and out. And we just checked on the outside. There's a little door. Because this chain runs up, and that's to run the top side of it. So yeah, now that's all back on. We're gonna empty out the bottom so we make sure it starts up. But Alright, so we're back going again today. Except today we're only my combine right now, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of harvest. So after yesterday with a little bit of a dirty sample, we've had that happen to us before with my combine many years in the past, and that was because the sieve broke on us, and when we replaced it, and then it broke again, and then there was some other things that we had to fix down the line. Now, unfortunately, that was exactly the case on Dad's combine. His top sieve, which is the part that basically shakes and helps clean the crop in the very back of the combine, that's what separates the straw from the grain even further, the last step basically. And that broke, which was letting straw get by and into the tank, which is quite unfortunate, because that is one, a pain in the butt to deal with, to get removed, but we can get it done. But 2, it's also quite expensive, which is the more unfortunate part. It's towards our end of the season, we have more time in the fall. I'm sure we'd have the time where we can take that out and put a new one back in. It just sucks that you have to, I mean, anytime you break down, but especially something more major like that. As far as my combine goes, obviously you can tell we're back up and running, and you kind of seen there, I showed the chain that was back on there, that had come off in the previous video. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But basically, for my clean grain, there we go, the clean grain that's coming out here, that wasn't turning at all because of the fact that chain came off, and that is it's a worn down chain, and we were thinking about replacing it, but we had already had it on last year. So if it does come off again, we're gonna replace it, put new chain on. If it doesn't come off by the end of harvest, maybe, now it's a maybe because that other combine needs a little bit of work, and hopefully it's just the sieve now that is broken, not something else, right? We don't want it to have caused more damage, but basically if it's only that, then we can probably still bring this combine in. We'll get the dealer probably to do some work to it, just to kind of finish the rebuild, because generally when combines get up in hours, it's just that general wear and tear of the machine. They need some things rebuilt, like our chains and our sprockets are getting worn down now, so they need to be done. I mean, this combine has got 3,000 threshing hours, at almost 4,000 engine hours. Mind you, the engine hours aren't too important, but 3,000 actual hours combining, which is a lot of wear and tear throughout that. And we've already put quite a few parts in, but so yeah, so we're going to maybe do that, but hopefully this can last us till the end of our harvest this year. This is our last field here, which is great. I have only a few more swaths here, and then I have more swaths to do over there. But so hopefully we'll finish today. It all depends though, because we're down to 1, so our capacity has dropped way lower. We can't do as much, but we'll hope for it. That's the plus side of having two combines, is when one goes down, we can keep going with the other. However, when both go down, well, then that's just really unfortunate. So, well, there it goes again. I'm just dumping what's in my bucket, and then I'm heading back to the farm. It's right there, so it's gonna be way faster to get fixed up. But my chain came off again, so I think we're gonna put a new one on. But it's just a pain. It's just unnecessarily just annoying, basically. But it is what it is. All right, so I'm heading back to my area in the field right now. We got the repair. It took, my guess is about 2 hours, an hour and a half to do. So now I have a new chain in there. That old chain was extremely worn. Yeah, I haven't seen a chain like it. It was almost blown right apart. There were areas like it was so worn down. So it was good that we changed that. Hopefully that solves our issue completely. It'll definitely help. It won't be like, it won't hinder anything, but I'm really hoping that just solves it. My apologies for not filming anything, but my hands, I washed up and my hands were extremely filthy. I was never gonna touch my phone to try and record something, because my hands were very slimy and just full of oil from that chain. So my apologies for that, but I can assure you we did it and got that new chain. So I'm gonna get going here, and I'll talk back with you guys once I'm going here. Sorry, just back here, I was looking. Look at what we got down in the field. There's a bear right out there. I don't know if you can see him. He's interesting. Anyways, he's holding up high, just chilling in the field, I guess. So cool. All right, take number, I don't know, too many, 3 maybe. After that last clip, I had to basically go back to the yard and one sec. All right, as I was saying, had to go back to the yard. The chain, there was a part in the sprocket that was missed. There was a secret sprocket that we didn't realize was there. Basically the chain wasn't over top of it. So my blah auger, which is that auger, wasn't spinning, which is a big issue. But anyways, we got that situated, and so hopefully we're gonna be good, because it is quite late into the day now, and we're basically just getting started, so it's really unfortunate. So we're really hoping that, fingers crossed, we can keep going here and with no breakdowns. But yeah. And you know, it's all part of farming, right? Like, these breakdowns that happen, they happen all the time, every year. I shouldn't say all the time, but they happen every year. It's just what happens with equipment. We do our best to maintain them and service them to prevent these, so we don't have downtime. But there's only so many things that you can see and this and that. So, but yeah, Dad, an update on his combine. He's got his sieve out now. Which is gonna go, I think, to get welded up, and we're gonna see how that holds, because it's way cheaper, way cheaper than getting a new one. The only thing is obviously then it's not new, and sometimes the welds just can only hold so much, right? That's a lot of shaking and everything, but we will see how that goes. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep going here, and hopefully, in a sense, hopefully I don't have to update you guys about about more stuff like that with breakdowns and stuff, but it is what it is. All right, so we got that piece done behind us, which is great, and now we're just doing the headland passes here, and then we'll start working on some of this stuff, and also do our test plot, which we have. So I'm excited with that. We're gonna use the scales on the cart for the first time, which we haven't really actually properly used them, and do our test plot. So, but we got to get the headlands off first. All right, so we're filling our cart here. We got our scale, but it's starting to rain unexpectedly. They weren't forecasting for it, so we got to give it the beans and get all this stuff covered up and inside here. But anyways, so I'm gonna go do that. This rain really just came out of nowhere. It's kind of really strange, but I got this auger down now, so, and we got the combines in, but yeah, they weren't forecasting it for it at all, so it's very weird. All right, there we go. Got the tractor, everything down. Dad just brought the truck in. We got all that tarped and everything, so we're good. Minimal rain on everything, and everything's pretty dry anyways, so. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a pretty beautiful morning. Temperature wise, not so much, but it's I think September 4th, and right now we're sitting about we're up to about 5 degrees, but this morning was down to like 2. But hey, there's a nice sun out, a little breeze. We were shut down by that rain, so now we're just kind of drying out right now. So we're kind of just waiting basically for things to dry up before we can actually get going here, but hopefully things will just dry in quicker and we'll be able to get back in the fields. But we're just taking a little bit of a sample here, because as you've seen just last night, well, we got rain on this. I can definitely tell it's not going through the combine as easy. The straw is definitely still wet, so I might just have to wait a little bit longer on this stuff. But the seed might be ready, so if the seed's ready, we still might leave it a little bit longer, because no point wrecking stuff on the combine if it's too wet here. Either we got time, but we're also just curious to see, kind of take our test, see what we got, but we don't want to rush it and end up breaking down another combine or anything here. So just taking it easy and letting everything warm up for the combine and all that stuff. But so here you can see what I did today, and you can see what we did yesterday. The straw is definitely way too wet still. Yeah, that shouldn't be doing that. It's not spreading nice. Even if the seed is ready, that's just not spreading nice at all. And what good is it if the seed's ready but the rest isn't? We're gonna harm our combine, and we're gonna leave a job like that. It just doesn't look good. It's not spreading very nice, so no, we'll head back. We'll give it more time. You can even see on my tarps where the swaths were going in is wet, and where they weren't is dry. So even that there is just a tell. No, it's too wet. Honestly, probably should have stopped earlier, but there's a portion here where it was going decently smooth. I was hoping, maybe it was just the up and down, but I got a sample, so I'll be able to see what it gives, but just needs a little bit more time. And this stuff here was swathed way later. Like this 50 acres, because we had pea harvest, and then we swathed most of it. But then our wheat was ready, so we wanted to do our wheat harvest, and this was still a little green because we planted it a few days later. We had a rain and stuff, so we had to plant this stuff later. So we swathed it later. So now we got to combine it later. So we're probably going to come back next weekend to finish off this piece. It's only 50 acres, but that's 50 acres that needs a little bit more curing time and everything. So, but anyway, so with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video, just because of the fact that there's not going to be much combine really going on here. Now we just got to wait for that stuff to be ready. And I'm gonna be leaving the farm. I got my to go to work and everything and all that stuff. So, but either way, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.